Live, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. But today we're gonna start the live. We're gonna start that live. And again, I want to apologize because I was not able to do a live stream with real flight for a few days. A whole bunch of stuff happened. We're gonna start the day with doing a quick eye calibration because you should always do that whether you're gonna fly a drone, build a robot, or whatever you do, you should always do a quick eye calibration. I agree with original Dobo on that, and so should you. But since I have my little drone here today, I thought, you know what? Why don't we do another fun thing today? We're gonna do, especially because this is an FPV drone, and it is analog. And one of the beautiful things about this drone is that you don't have to do a bunch of calibrations with it, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do a compass calibration on a drone that doesn't need one, and we're going to start by saying, going once, twice, 3 times a lady. And then we're going to do it the other way, and we're going to do it again. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. There we go. It's all calibrated and ready to go. Anyhow, it's one of the beautiful things about flying FPV drones. You don't have to mess around with software and all that crazy stuff that's going on right now. That's why they call it a happy model. It makes you happy, that's why. Anywho, let's get into real flight real quick and see what we can do today. And hopefully it's going to be a fun time. So far, so good. We didn't get any errors from the Microsoft Machine of Doom, and everything else looks pretty hunky-dory. Hunky-dory, just keep swimming, as they say. Oh, brother. So, see what challenges we can do today. Now, for those of you who have never shown up and seen any of these videos, the air race is pretty complicated, but it's okay. We've flown it a few times and it was great. The balloon burst, also fantastic, possibly one of my favorite in the game. FPV drone racing is pretty cool. Grapple is a pile of baloney, not because it's bad, it's just because I don't know how to do it. I've tried this so many different times. You pick up the item, which is usually a box in the first level, you drop it on the target, and nothing happens. I can't move forward to the next one. Actually, we're going to try that first today so I can show you what I'm talking about. But let's talk about some of the other ones that are really good. Hangar Obstacle Course is fantastic. I love this course. Limbo is a little bit like the other one that I just mentioned. The first 2 levels, no problem. Easy peasy. After that, I can't figure out what to do. And so I didn't get very far on that one. Quadcopter Trials, really fun. Love it. Ring Race, love that one too. Scavenger Hunt, one of my favorite. You get to fly around and find things and take pictures of them as if you were a photographer for the Navy and rescue pilot. So it's really cool, really cool. Spot landing, very difficult to do, but it's worth your time. Try it. And Ring Race 2, also very cool. So we're going to start with Grapple, and then we're going to go to Ring Race today and see what we can do. But yeah, I'll just show you guys why I can't recommend this. And this particular flight, it's not because it's difficult, which is fine. It's not because flying helicopters is bad, which I love. It's fun. It's just because I can't get past the first level. So let's go through the instructions real quick. It tells us to pick up a box, lift it at least 10 feet off the ground, and then release it to turn your grapple on and off using the channel. So one of the problems is probably that I was not lifting it high enough for it to register, but I don't know if that's the case or not. In the past, all I did was basically drag it to the target and try to let it go on it, and that definitely did not work. So maybe it's because I just didn't lift it high enough. We'll see. We'll see. And again, for those of you who don't follow the channel, I don't practice in my spare time. This is my spare time. So whatever practice I've been doing, and I've done just over 21 hours of flight time on the simulator based on what um, Steam has said about what I've done. So yeah, I have about 21 hours of flight time on this simulator ish. Okay, so again, struggling because people who have never flown a helicopter will not know basically. If you've never flown a real helicopter without basically this is fly barless and all that stuff. It's the real deal. It's not one of those coaxial helicopters. It's the real deal. So if you've never flown one of these, you won't know how difficult it is to keep it in a hover, because it will, especially when it's not stabilized. They do have some new ones out there in the modern world where you can they're self-stabilized, and so therefore it is much easier to pilot those. This one, not stabilized. Keep it a hover is not an easy task. Let's remember that this is the switch to let go or release the package. And as you guys have just seen, I wasn't even able to lift the drone, which should be easy, or the helicopter. And then I was not able to just pick up the box. I have not practiced this for a while, so as you can see, my level of skill just dropped like 3 sizes. We did an inverted Grinch on this one. Oh, buddy. Let's see if I can even do this. The best I could do was grab the box and lift it. That was the best I could do in the past. So it says I need to be a certain amount of feet off the ground. So that was just, I guess, my dyslexia working or not working. So I thought it would be just enough to just drag the box onto the target. Apparently that's not good enough. You need to be a certain amount of footage off the ground, which then begs the question, well, if I can't see the target below, how do I drop it on the target if I can't see the target? The camera is really a pile of poop. A pile of poop that stretches miles up into the air. Because, I mean, I could just drop it, but you see, I can't see the ground. I can't see what I'm aiming at. This is just unrealistic, because if I was actually at the field, I would be able to see the helicopter, I would be able to see the target, and I would be able to do this, sort of. Maybe not amazingly well, but the fact that I can't see the ground and I can't see the target while I'm trying to pilot a very, very complex machine that is not stabilized makes this almost an impossible, like mission impossible kind of thing. You know, if I could at least see the ground and the box, which is why I think in the beginning I was just trying to, and it's also timed. So good luck with that, right? If you want this to be like a beginner, this is really not a beginner course. Let's just put it this way. Maybe it is a beginner course for helicopter pilots, but if you put this into perspective, based on like how difficult some of the other levels are for beginners, this is probably the most challenging thing in the game. Or maybe it's just because I'm not as good with helicopters as I am with drones and some of the other stuff. But seriously, you're trying to go to a target. You can't see. Look at that. I can't see the ground. So I can't see the ground. So how am I supposed to do this and then drop it on the target? It just doesn't make logical sense that you actually be able to do that. I mean, sure, if you are an expert, you'll be able to do it maybe. I'm sure that there are some amazing pilots out there who can do this blindfolded, maybe even. But this is supposed to be this is supposed to be for beginners, for people learning how to do this for the first time. And it is really an impossible mission. At least for me, it is. It is an impossible mission. Oh, come on. Come on, go forward. Go forward. Go forward. So, got the package. Lift the package. Go towards the thing. And then drop the package. Drop the package. I say drop the package. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, so all right, so I'll take it back. You can do it. It's a fluke. Obviously, I wish I could go out and say, "Oh, man, you know, that was so easy, too easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm amazing. I can do that." That was a fluke. I just lifted the box. I was sort of in the right area, and I let it go. And out of some fortuitous and fortuitous occasion, it landed accidentally onto the target. So it isn't a mission. Is mission impossible that might happen like once in a lifetime. Yeah, you can do this apparently. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, so the next target is this thing here. Apparently, I need to do the same thing that I just did, but I'm bringing a seat, I think. What's this other thing on the ground? Oh, a bicycle or a seat, and I need to bring them to the location without breaking the propeller, which is what I'm going to do in a second. Man. I still can't get over how that I accidentally got it on the target. But yeah, this is very, very unrealistic, guys. Oh, great. I destroyed the... This is extremely unrealistic. In real life, you can see the target and you can see your helicopter or drone line of sight, right? Because, you know, the FAA wants you to see your things. And I'm sure the FAA wants you to be able to see the target and the helicopter at the same time. So I'm not sure what kind of screaming monkeys they had in their head when they built the camera setup for this particular simulation. Yeah, there was definitely some monkeys screaming in their head when that happens, because clearly oh, I got it. Go forward, bro. No, it went sideways. Sideways is never good on these things. Once you tip sideways and you can't remember which way is back to stability, you're done. You're a goner. You're done for. Okay, so forward. Come on. I just cannot get the seat. Oh, we got the seat. Lift it. Bro, go up. Dropped it. Oh, buddy. Seriously, if the camera was just able to see where I'm going, I think I probably could do this. Oh, man. Again, not easily, but I probably could do this. But again, I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer, since they're currently selling stuff for Christmas, and it's not actually Halloween yet, but they tell me that Halloween is... Oh my gosh, what's all that on the side? Okay, wait a second. I might be completely wrong with what I need to do. I might not have to dump the thing in the target anymore. I think maybe there's a new target that I just... because I don't read. I don't read the instructions a lot of the time. Instructions are my nemesis. I wing it. And with this, I don't think it's a good idea to wing it. So I can't recommend winging it. Also because helicopters don't have wings, so winging it is kind of not a thing for helicopters. Oh my gosh. Will you just go in the direction that I want you to go? It's painful. It's painful. I'm so glad I passed the first level. Oh, buddy. Okay, so stable, stable. Come on, stable. Keep it stable. Oh, that was just like, what? Stable. Forward. Banking. Banking. No, come back. Come back. It can't be this hard. Come on. No, I missed the target again. Can't get the bike. I got the seat once. How do they do it? Just requires a special level of brilliance. A level of brilliance that is just not possible for me. No. No. You have got to be kidding me, okay? That was so close, and yet no. I did not get it. I did not get it. Come on, man. You can't be serious. Okay, that's the problem again. Oh, smash the propeller. Okay, last try. Last try. If I can't do it, we're going to do some ring racing because I don't want the amazing Microsoft Machine of Doom to give up on me just when the getting is good, and then we won't be able to do any of the other simulator tasks. So come on, grab it. Yes, I grabbed it. But now we know for sure that we gotta go up and okay. No. Really though. Okay, so on this exercise, maybe if we go straight up. Ooh. Unlike the box of doom, don't know the house. Come on, man. Okay. We're still okay. We're still okay. I don't know how we're still okay, but we're still okay. Lift, brah, lift. Yeah, buddy. 1 out of 3. I'm a genius. No, I'm not. I'm gonna. Oh, come on. Well, that was that. So I at least got 1 out of 3, and we're past it. So maybe we can do this eventually. Let's go to the ring race. That was cool. I'm glad that I was able to pass the first bit. I thought it was never going to be a thing for me. Anyway, let's get back in the game. Let's go do a ring race. I love this. This one is really with lots more reallys fun. So let's go. It's a new plane that I was telling you guys about in this, and I am not, again, I repeat, I am not very good with this plane because the cockpit, the cockpit in français, the cockpit is in the way. It's in the way of my flying. Anyway, so because of that, with slightly less good vision, being that the cockpit is in the way, I do not fly as well as I do when the cockpit is not in the way. And therefore, I have not been able to beat this particular level, which requires you to go like really super fast. You're like gunning through this course and then trying not to hit the trees, which also not easy. So with limited time, not trying to hit the trees with a plane that I'm not that comfortable with because of the cockpit being in the way. Oh, and 17 seconds. So I think I was really, really gunning it there. I'm not sure if I was going to make it. I probably was not going to make it anyway, even though that was probably one of my best runs yet. And if you're watching this, your breakfast or lunch or dinner is probably all over the carpets and chairs at this point, because I'm trying my best to not fly in an unstable manner, but it is quite the impossible task for me at my level of capability at this point. Because I'm trying, as I said before, I'm gunning through this course, trying to avoid the trees, and I cannot really keep this as stable as I would like. And that's just because my skill level is not there. It's just not there. I wish I could say it is there, but it's not. I don't want to lie to you. Don't want to lie to you folks. We're just not there yet. Whoa! I completed it. I had no idea I was going to complete that. I literally was on full throttle the whole way, which it's not my... If you guys follow the channel and know how I fly, that's not what I'm used to. I like to be like at half throttle and take it nice and slow. So this was way out of my comfort zone. Okay. Okay, this is going to be even worse. The cockpit is even more in my way. What's up with all these cockpits? I'm not trying to be a real pilot. I just want to RC. Oh my gosh. RC through stuff. Oh, I can't tell what kind of plane this is. Maybe this is more of a jet. I thought I got it wrong last time. I thought the other one was a jet, and it was not a jet. Or it was a jet with a propeller in the front. I don't know what this is. Also pretty fast. Okay. Again, I'm gunning it, so I'm at full throttle here. Just don't know if I can stay in. I have not let go of the full throttle here. Trying to keep it stable so nobody pukes. Whoa, buddy. Don't do that. Whoa, buddy. Still at full throttle through the whole course so far. Also for me, coming from a bunch of other planes and RC planes in real life, not just in video games, I am not used to steering with the left stick. So that was a big thing for me, going from a bunch of Ishin and a bunch of other planes, XK and stuff, where you do all the steering with the right stick. I've had to learn to steer with the left stick, which is quite the brain tweezer. Brain twister. I can't do this. Can't do this. So anyway, that was quite the excitement there. Gunning at full speed. So I've had to really relearn how I fly on this thing. And with drones, you do use the left stick to, I think it's called yaw. I'm sure some expert will correct me in the comments. But with planes, when I fly, it's mostly left and right with the right stick, just like an RC car. So for me to steer with the left, that was a weirdest thing ever. But I guess I'm not sure if that is the community standard or the standard for all hobby grade planes or whatever. But again, eventually you get used to it, just like pistol grip remotes, which I detest. I abhor. Yes, not my favorite. Not my favorite pistol grip. But I got used to them too. So what are you gonna do? When things become the industry standard, you just sort of have to bite the bullet, as they say. Oh man, there was no into that gate. I don't know how we're gonna have to do that. I think maybe you have to slow down in that bit. You can't just gun through that gate because the angle is just off. They give you 2 minutes or close to 2 minutes for this one. But again, it looks like it's going to be one of those just gun through the course because it looks like a really wide. You need to cover a lot of distance on this course. Some of these later courses you have to really, and so you do the best you can to sort of stay stable with the camera and stuff. Oh boy. And then turn while trying to stay with without flipping the plane. I do not particularly like the idea of flying inverted. Sometimes you have no choice, because if you don't fly inverted, you're just not going to get the gate, like that gate over there. What am I supposed to do with that gate? Okay, let's go back and get it, maybe. I can't even find it now. I'm doing the head thing. I know. I'm doing the head thing. Oh. Well, too bad. Well, we can see the shadows, sort of. This might actually be a jet. I don't know what kind of jet it is. But I did not see a propeller in this one, so maybe this is actually a jet. When we crash the next time, we'll probably be able to see better. I don't know. Not trying to crash on purpose. Okay, can we make it through this? This part here is okay. I can sort of get through it. But then there's actually 2 rings in a row when we get to that next bit. And I don't know what to do with those. So maybe I really need to hit on the air brakes, step off the throttle, and see how to approach those 2 rings of doom. Anyhow, happy Tuesday. Where's the net? Oh my gosh, I missed it. I'm gonna have to come back and get it. All right, come back and get it. Whoa, come on, where are you? I lost it again. Where is that ring? That ring of doom. I just don't know where it is. I lost it. I lost it on a big way, in a big way. I lost it in a big way. No! I'm not going to make it because now I don't know. Oh no, this is not the right way. Okay. What kind of plane is it? You can't see that well. We didn't make it again. We didn't make it. We will try one more time. And then if we still can't beat this one, we might try the grapple again, or we might try another one of the courses. This is challenging because, 1, they don't give you a whole lot of time to get through this. 2, it's not just about going full throttle through the whole thing like it was in the previous 2 levels. They switch it up with those crazy looking gates at very strange angles. But again, you know, this is actually good, right? They want to switch it up so that you can learn to do something that is crazy difficult. Because it does prepare you to fly in different ways that you may not expect in real life. Oh, and I totally missed it. Let's go back and get it. Come on. Come on. Get it. No, not the side. Okay, so we still have sort of control. We're not, can we get out of it? No. Nope. We spiral to our doom. Up we go. So I did hit the air brakes. I still did not manage to get in. And that, of course, is because I haven't actually memorized the course. I'm still winging it. I always wing it. I can't really do, I'm not very good at memorization, as you guys know. So I can't really memorize the course. And that reduces your ability to anticipate, right? Like the best pilots and stuff, when they go and they do the races and stuff, they will have that course memorized to the, you know, whatever, even to the closest blade of grass on the field, they will have it all down. Me, I'm always working spontaneously and just going with what I see. So I know at this point that there is an obstacle coming, but I can't remember which loop it's on. And so I'm just going with it. And then I have to anticipate at the very last second, because until I see that ring, I don't know that that is the ring that's going to be the one that screws me up. So that's just how I roll. Okay, so there we go. I know that we're getting pretty close, but I don't know where it is exactly. I know it will be coming up soon. I have a strong feeling that it's coming up after this part here, but again, I'm not running off memory, I'm just sort of guesstimating. So I should start slowing down about here, theoretically, and hope for the best. That this is a thing that we can do. Hope for the best. That this is the thing that we can. Oh, that was so close. I did the head turn thing and it didn't help. That was so close. We almost had that. We almost had that. So next time I'll just get the one and then I will have to come back and get the other one. But again, the problem that I'm going to be facing is if you don't gun through the course, like go like a speed demon through the whole course, you just won't have the time to finish it. And so those two awkward rings really make it hard for you to finish this level. Okay, so I might need to start slowing down at some point. I have a feeling that the ring of doom is coming up. There it is, the ring of doom, and I missed it. The ring of doom. Where are you, ring of doom? Okay, I found the ring of doom. We will go through the ring of doom, and there's one more ring of doom. Can we get it? Yes. But then I don't know where's the next ring of... Oh my gosh. Oh, how many rings of doom are there? So we know there are 3 rings of doom. We've made it through 2 now. Goodness gracious. It's talk about like a bump up in skill level required from the previous level to this level to be able to get these rings is something entirely different. But I guess this is okay because it helps you progress at a very high pace. It's very intense. It's very intense indeed. Slow down, buddy. Slow down, buddy. No, come on. I can still save it. I can still save it. Oh no. Oh no. I could not save it. Oh man. Okay, very, very, very last time. See, I'm definitely not a quitter. I'm definitely not a quitter. I will try it until I really get it. That is how disciplined I am. But I have a strong suspicion that today is not going to be the day when I beat it. So we will try it one more time. And again, I could do this all day. I just know that for a fact that sometimes, even if you could do this all day, it doesn't mean you should, because there's only so much you can learn in a specific day sometimes. So I could do this literally all day, but it would also make for probably a very boring end of live stream. So that's why when it's time to go, it's time to go. Let's just check out what kind of plane it is. Let's see what kind of shadow it does, what kind of shadow it makes on the ground. Can we see it? Only during a crash. How can we see more of the shadow? The shadow of the Valley of Death. Can't tell what kind of plane this is because the way that this is set up, you can't really see the shadow. So I can do all these fun things, loops and rolls and whatever the heck. No problem. Weehaw. But I cannot tell what, maybe if you see it on, will the shadow show up on here? No. Bad plan. Anywho, let's see. How do we, oh, I have to lose. Okay, so I guess this is going to be last, very, very, very last one, where I lose. And once I lose, then we can go to the next activity. Next activity, that's the word. Next activity. Anyhow. So much going on. The Speedy Bee adapter. The Speedy Bee adapter was a bit of a drag. I was trying to get it off eBay. The seller that I wanted to get it from was a scam, sadly. I tried working with them. They appeared to answer only the one time. Oh, we saw a wing. So what kind of wing was that? You guys can go back in the video at some point and check it out. That did not look like a traditional style plane. So I think this could really be a jet that I am flying here. For realsies. Anyhow, as I was saying before, a lot of stuff went on this week in the drone world. A lot of people are crashing the Avatar of Doom, aka Screech, is having some troubles in the air. But again, the Screech was not designed to be whooped around like a, what do you call those things? Freestyle drone. And so a lot of people are misusing the drone. They have not really understood what that Screech is for. Screech, we love you, Screech. But you were not designed. Whoa. I got the second ring of doom. Where's the third? Where's the third? Oh, there it is. Third ring of doom. Which leads me to where? Where's the next one? Ah, there it is. So the potato was designed to do a whole lot different kind of stuff compared to the DJI Avatar. So when you teach your pilots bad habits will stay with them. And so that is where we are today. Oh, I almost went through the whole course this time. It just took too long to get to the second and third ring of doom. Anyway, now we have the button so that we can get out and try something else. Or maybe let's try more of the grapple. That was getting fun. That was getting fun. Once I was able to actually beat the first level, it was getting fun. So yeah, so when you teach your pilots and you go from something like a DJI Mini, DJI Mini 2 or Mini 3 or something, and then you cross over into the FPV world and you get yourself something like the DJI FPV, which is not your standard run-of-the-mill FPV drones. And so you start learning how to do stuff on that, and that thing is super heavy and clunky. It's probably, I'm not going to say it is the heaviest, but it is probably on the heavier side of what you can get in the modern world today as an FPV. I mean, there are very big FPV drones out there, and I don't know how many of them are as clunky and as heavy as 800 grams. So DJI made something that was very strange, very strange. And then a lot of its pilots that went from the, like Mavic series, they started flying the FPV. And when you have something, I don't know if they've changed, maybe they've changed physics since the olden days. I don't know. Modern physics maybe work differently. I don't know. But in the old days, when physics worked in a certain way, if an object is very, very heavy, it takes a long time to start a move. It also takes a long time to end a move. So you're used to flying a drone that's like 800 grams. It's really heavy. And as a pilot, what you do is you overcompensate for that. And let's say I'm piloting this thing, and I have a really heavy drone, and I want to make a fast turn, and the thing just not turning. I end up pushing the stick really, really hard all the way, instead of doing the slight maneuvers that you would on a tiny whoop or a lighter drone, something that's under 250 grams. You only might have to do this in order to make that turn. But with a really heavy, clunky thing, you tend to go and slam it all the way, like if you were trying to make a turn with a truck instead of a car. But anyway, yeah, if you want to drift a truck compared to drifting I don't know, something like a sedan, that would be different, right? The amount of torque and force and G's that you would have to create to basically drift a truck is gonna be more, just more. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna be more. So then you get, suddenly the Avata comes out, the Avata Avatar, aka Screech, comes out, and it comes at a whopping half the weight of the FPV drone from DJI. So people were used to flying the FPV drone and making those crazy, let me turn that drone and just really slam it. So they thought they would fly the potato the way the Screech is meant to be flown, and that just doesn't work. It's a different kind of drone. So you get all these people now crashing their drones, and they're like they're shaking and waving their hands at DJI, and DJI should have warned them They really should have told them, hey, this drone that we're making that has prop guards on it is a Cinewhoop, and it's not even the traditional kind of Cinewhoop. It is a special, very special design that only DJI has, and it will not perform the way you expect. So I'm sure the DJI at some point must have told them that, you know, we expect you to fly this in stabilized mode with that incredibly funny looking remote that they designed, which is the motion controller. So that is a special kind of hilarious right there. Anyway, it's a special kind of remote that if you were to avoid or want to avoid to annoy your girlfriend or wife, you could hold her hand while flying it and it would just be hunky-dory and fine. It's possibly the only remote in the industry that allows you to do that. So yeah, it's great for your marital relationship. But anyway, so yeah, so you have all these people now trying to fly the potato as if it, you know, the Screech as if it were a potato, and it just does not work. And you know, I see it like as an empath. I see it in both ways. I see it from the perspective of the buyer, who is like, well, I thought this kind of drone was supposed to deliver this kind of thing, and it's just not delivering those kinds of the kind of performance that I was looking for. I was expecting your new drone, DJI, to fly just like the first one that you made. I thought this was just version 2 of that drone, and now whenever I try to make a fast maneuver that goes either left and right, the thing flips over and it falls out of the sky. And again, like, this is because people don't test their devices. They just go to the field and they even fly over bodies of water and over ditches and stuff. And they didn't do a nice test in a nice open field with a bunch of tall grass and stuff, so that the drone, if it falls, it's easy to find. And they didn't buy original Dogo's awesome bumper system, which makes it easy to you know, to safeguard the thing, but also to find it in case, because you know, the bright yellow is kind of cool. It's more than kind of, it's very cool. So that you can find your drone if anything happens, and just test it out to know what the true limitations are of your drone. You don't take it off to a secluded, to a place where you know the drone could potentially end in a catastrophic failure, like on when they test awesome stuff in Forged in Fire. But anyway, they decided to just take it over a mountain, take it over a waterfall, and then they lost their drone, and they asked themselves, why me? Well, that really sucks, and it really sucks that DJI is not going to get you a new drone. I agree with you on that. DJI should get you a new drone, because they created the DJI FPV, and their whole plan was, this is part of the reason why they sell the DJI Avatar on its own, is that if you were already a pilot of the DJI Potato, you can bind your current remote to the Avatar, aka Screech, and you can still fly. So their whole point, their whole business plan was, well, we already have a bunch of FPV drone pilots that love our product, so why not just sell them the new latest and greatest product, which has a lot of amazing features to it. I mean, like the fact that you can use gyroflow, the fact that it has a really good camera on it, the fact that you don't need a GoPro, but you could still, if you really wanted to, attach a GoPro on top of it, really gives the Avata a lot of flexibility that a lot of people are going to want. But then, you know, they shot themselves in the foot, because they tried to do too much too fast, and it just did not work out for them. So I feel bad for DJI, because again, they have an amazing group of engineers and very capable in designing drones and stuff. But you teach people bad habits when creating a very, very heavy drone, such as the potato, and then you give them something that's half the weight and that does not do well under certain conditions, and you don't make a huge fuss out of it, because, you know, like in the promotion, if I was to promote, if I had been the promoter or the in charge of the marketing for the thing, I would have explained all of this, saying, we are now making the latest and greatest blah blah blah, but please, for the love of Pete, do not fly it like the one that you had before, because this is a different kind of drone and it does not perform the way you expect the other one to perform. It is a completely different style of drone. They didn't do that. Or if they did, the people did not get the memo. They didn't get the memo. So now that is going to be a wild, wild ride. For a lot of people, that's going to be a wild... No, I was close to getting 2 of the objects in the location. So just to say, if you reach level 2 is easier than level 1, because unlike level 1, you how do you say, in level 1 you can't see the target at all when you're flying this thing, but in level 2 you can actually see the target sort of in the camera, or at least you can see it slightly better than when you were lifting the box in the first one. So definitely an improvement if you manage to pass the first level, which you may never pass. It took me, I'm not sure how many weeks. And again, as I said before, we're probably reaching 22 hours of flight time. And that is what it took me to be able to pass that level. And I wasn't only flying this particular simulation. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. This is the best that we can do. So thanks so much for showing up and being in the live stream. And I will see you all guys soon. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll see. Take care, guys.